There's not much stuff left in the ground now, so we're going to start gathering what's left and doing what we can with it. So this morning we're getting a few leeks together with some celery, and my wife's going to do a soup. I've just pulled up 3 bunches of celery. This is Latham self-blanching. And although they're not massively tall, and quite nice, reasonable, lots of stems, and I'm more than happy with them. It looks as though the rust has got hold of the leeks. However, I'm just going to pull the edges at the ends off, the sides off. Don't look too bad. Get another couple ready for the stew. It's not a bad leek either. So, all in all, these are quite good. All in all, it's the 13th of October, and last few mornings have been real nippy, and I think yesterday I had just a touch of frost on my greenhouse. What I'm doing now, I've just started, well, I've actually halfway through clearing the greenhouse out, and I'll just show you where we're at. Most of the tomatoes and the cucumbers are out there. I had a close call there. That's my grapevine. This is its first year. I'm just trying it up to try and shape it. 2 rods off. One to run along the top of the ridge of the greenhouse, and the other one probably halfway along. I'm going to put a straining wire across a bit later on. I was just hacking away at the cucumber, and I thought that leaf looks a bit funny anyway. Close inspection, it was a grapevine, so luckily I didn't get through with the secateurs, but it was a close call. Anyway, still got these few things to go. This plant here, we might give it me farther down the plot. I can't remember the name. There is a label in it. Believe it or not, that's only grown in a 3-inch pot. And, I just put it in there, left it. It's looked after itself. You might recall for an earlier video, he's got the plant. He grows it on his plot, and the bees just absolutely love it, but it's quite tender, so I might pot it on and try and keep it over the winter. Show you these. These are the cucumbers I've fetched off, and they've all gone yellow and started to go over. And these are what's off the plant, what I'm just cutting down now. I feel real guilty about this because in previous years I've only managed to kill cucumbers, but whatever the reason this year, they've just grown like billio, and there's 2, 4, 6, 9 there, which have really added. These 2 probably could get something out of them, and they just kept growing. I must have had over 50, 60 cucumbers off this year, and I just can't believe it. So next year I'll probably only grow 2 plants, and you watch, I'll get nothing at all. Well, that's the bulk of it cleared out now. I've just looked at that plant there. It's called an Echium, E-C-H-I-U-M, and so it's lovely condition and size. Thick stem. I just want to show you the bottom here. It is grown in the 3-inch pot. Obviously I'm going to pop that on now, and I'll see if I can keep it going over the winter. Say it does attract the bees. The bees actually love it in the summer. Them just plastered on it. But say my mate down the bottom here's got one. He must be about 13-15 foot high. There we go. You might recall the incident with the fork had snapped. Well, I've got all the crud and that outside drilled the rivet out. And I sent for a new handle off eBay, and this is it. It's an absolute bargain. It's an ash handle, and I think that's going to last a pretty long while. We'll just dried it into the fork, and it's going to make a decent thing. The only thing is it's the wrong shape at the moment, it wobbles, so I'm going to have to do a bit of fettling. I've got a sanding disc, I'll probably do a bit of change the taper on there a bit to fit it in. There's only one hole in there. What I might do is put a couple of rivet across there and put one in the opposite way, just to get a bit more strength, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. I just want to show you, this is a typical load of horse manure we have delivered. So the farmer kindly drops this off free for us, and he does it a number of times throughout the year. We could add anything up to 3 or 4 loads in a short, quick succession, and that's, as you can see, it's steaming. That's quite nice. Turn round here now. This is piles of cow manure. We have these dropped off by another farmer, and this is £30 a load, and believe me, it does take some shifting. It's a dead weight in the wheelbarrow, so it's good for retaining moisture in the soil. But I've got mine in now, and I probably won't put no more in for a good 3 or 4 years. What I do use though is tend to use the rotted horse manure and as a top dress, and that does more than job. Well, I've harvested all the sprouts now out of this bed and what was in here. Probably about a quarter of them had blown on the top, but I mean, I've still got a decent crop off them. All that's left now under this cover is some Savoy cabbages. So I'm going to clear this mess up here, get under the tarpaulin and keep it dry, and I might even get the rotavator out on this bed and a half, then get the horse manure on there and top dress it. Well, there it is. There's my fork handle in position. I've riveted with a bit of stainless steel tube I've got. Just got to file it over now, clean it up, back in action. We've had a fair bit of rain over the night, and I'm glad I managed to get these beds manured. Another one here done. We've got half this one here done. This is where the sprouts was. Just got the Savoy cabbage left in there, and I've got this one manured as well. So slowly but surely we're putting them to bed now for the winter. Notice now I've got some wood chip down on the path. British Rail have decided to crop all the trees down on the running against the line, and they kindly chipped all the wood over onto the allotment so we could help ourselves to it. It's quite a lot. I emptied this bin completely of the rotted horse manure onto the beds. I've still got 2 smaller beds over that side, but I've spent all the day filling this up again, so can't really tell there, but it took over 30 barrel loads to fill that, and at 200 yards a round trip, it's quite tiring. I was having my lunch after I started filling the bay up. I've gone in the house now, this massive bang. I come out to have a look, and I was met by this. The tyre had just exploded, ripped the inner tube to shreds, so I've got to get another one for that. Luckily, a quick text to my mate Andy farther down the plot, and he said I could borrow his barrow, and that allowed me to finish the filling up of the bay. You recall the incident of the wheelbarrow saga and the exploding tyre? Well, I completely forgot. I got another one in the garden, a wheelbarrow under a tarpaulin. Anyway, I've dug it out and I just want to show you it. It's one I did a little modification to last year when I was shifting a lot of cow manure. This is it, and the modification I did, I welded a couple of nuts on the bottom and put a couple of little swivel wheels. and now I can just push it along just like a shopping trolley. There's no need to lift it up at all. So fortunately we got hard standing on the allotment, paths main way all the way down, so that helps quite a lot. Well, I've been on the plot now 18 months. I've got a plum tree on here. It's never given me one fruit, so I've decided I can make better use of the space, so it's coming out. That's what I've took off so far, a couple of branches. There it is. I've tried a bow saw, and because there's a lot of sap in the wood, it keeps binding. I put a bit of candle grease, candle wax on it, and it's still no good. So I'm just doing the best as I can with the saw and snap it off. I'll still leave the main trunks in 2 or 3 feet. Then I'll get the mattock around the roots and use the trunk then as leverage. So goodbye, plum tree. Well, I've had a dig down here now, and I've come to the first root, and it looks quite serious, that one does. So I've got me what I call the grafting spade out there. Well, that's welded still, so that can do quite a bit of damage. But even so, I'm going to try the mattock on. If not, I'll have to try and see if we can borrow an axe and cut through that, because it says it's about 6 inches thick, the root, by the look of it. mattock has gone through the roots like a knife through butter. It's a really good tool. As you can see down there, it's gone through that was about 6 inches through. There's 2 roots above, one above the other, and it's gone through the pair of them. All I've got to do now is find the rest. Well, there it is, folks, all out. And there's a tree. Just got to chop that up now and I'll burn it on bonfire night. So that mattock really is the tool. It went through them roots like nothing. Once I chopped all the lateral roots going out, it was just a matter then of doing a bit of rocking. That's why I deliberately left the tall stems, use them as a lever. And it come out quite easily in the end, so I'm glad that job's done now. I'm undecided now whether to clear this bed out, board it, and then condition the soil ready and get a few asparagus crowns and have this as an asparagus bed. I've been looking on Pomona website and they've got some nice stuff in there, so that's probably what I'll do. Well, the rain's finally beat me, and it's amazing how the light levels fall since we've altered the clocks. So I'm going to call it for a day for today and for this episode as well. The main thing is I've got that tree out, which I'm really glad. I was dreading doing that, and to be fair, once I chopped them roots off with the mattock, it'd come out quite easily. So, as I said earlier, what I'm going to do, I'll probably put a raised board in front of one of the scaffold planks, dig the soil out quite thoroughly. I'll probably get some horse manure, cow manure in the bottom, trench it, put it back over the top. Then I think I might nip on the Pomona website and see which variety of asparagus I want. Or the strange thing I noticed on there, that they got the delivery for next year about, is it March or April? Quite late, I'd have thought, because I'd have thought about putting them in now. Anyway, they obviously know what they're doing, so all I want to do now is get the soil prepared, ready for when they do arrive, and say on with the mixer. So that's it for this episode. I nearly said incident. Thanks very much again to all my subscribers, both old and new, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye for now.